Hello ladies and gentlemen, so finally with some hours delay we are ready to launch the Blocks in the East Chrome expansion, and now I would like to give you a very quick overview of what we are putting inside of the box. As you can see, the box is red as Blocks in the East and has a label stating the CE mark and other product information such as components and so on. Inside of the box, this is my copy, so I have already stickered all of the stickers. You will get the special edition components, so factories, the air factories with flags of Finland, Romania, Ukraine and Hungary, and the same for tank factory. So I don't want to bother you, but you have all the stickers, and also for the Axis and the Soviet. Here it comes. Then you have the flak tower, the Plesty flak tower. You have the barrels, replacing the old barrels we used at the beginning for Blocks in the East. And as you can see, I have one of the sticker on this barrel to mark, just in case the Soviet would lose the oil route. But let's go to have a look at the counters. As you can see, blocks are the same. We just added some new options and fashions. So an example, we have Ukrainians, which are yellow, and they got activated by a special event, so a special card. So let me take just a minute to specify that this card deck is different from the previous ones for two reasons. Mainly because the card deck for Blocks in the East has a different graphic, and so you don't have the chrome canvas around, and you don't have the spheres here in 3D as usual. Double laminated, UV matted and so on. But also for another reason, because the card deck for Blocks in the East is not needed to play the game, while the card deck for the Chrome expansion is the core of the expansion. So let's say that the Axis decide to put in play this card, Ukraine, Race of a Nation. That means that as soon as the Axis, and this is of course very well described in the small rules manual you get inside of the box, in this case the Axis means, in the case the Axis controls Dnepropetrovsk, Lvov, Kiev and Zaporozhye, then instead of gaining resources from these special areas, the Axis can instead create Ukraine with a production of 4 yellow points and 5 units to be deployed inside of the major cities, with the leader, which is Dmitry Paliv, in Kiev, which is the capital. So I can deploy this one in Zaporozhye, this one in Lvov, this one in Kiev, and this one in Dnepropetrovsk. That said, so basically this card activates these 5 units. So let's say that the Axis would like to play this one, which is Romanian Pride, then the Axis will get the Plesty Flak Tower and a Romanian Air Factory in Brasov, the Plesty Flak Tower in Plesty of course, and also a special elite squadron deployed immediately in Plesty. Let's say that the Axis would like to play a different option, this one, Major Pride. In this case, the Hungarians will get the Hungarian tanks built in Budapest, if I remember well, which is the Manfred Weiss tank, and also some more units such as the 2nd Army Artillery, Admiral Horthy replacing Szombathely, and the 2nd Elite Tank Division, the Eagle here, so it has the same technical level of the Germans. Or, talking of German minor allies, we can talk about Finns, and in this case the Finnish Armored Brigade comes in play, and also the Petsamo production point go to the Finnish. And let's get a look at another, well, it is not a minor in the game, but in Russia, of course, after as a minor, but Italy is a major power by rule. So, using this card, Italy can have better troops because Riforma Pariani, stating for 2 regiments division, is cancelled, so the Italians get better equipment. But we can also have something more for the Axis, and for example we could have von Richthofen takes over Vlor, and in this case we will have to replace the old leader with Richthofen and add 2 really nasty planes, which are the transport plane able to resupply the German army encircled in Stalingrad, and the elite 8 Flieger Corps. It is the only 6-step air unit in the game, but as you can see the number is blue. That means that it is a sort of one-shot wonder. As soon as this unit goes to 4, you cannot rebuild the 6 in the future. And talking about the Axis, we have 2 more options, which are the Luftwaffe and the SS heavy deployment. That means that we will have, in this case, 4 more SS units arriving, and one of them arrives in Budapest because it was Hungarian, and it is noted because of the icon here. Or the Luftwaffe heavy deployment, so you will get 2 extra field corps. But what about the Soviets? They got some advantages too. So, for example, they have the option to put in play the Cossack mountain cavalry. So 3 brand new units deployed in Georgia, Armenia and Azerbaijan with a special ability because they are mountain cavalry, so they have both the bonus of mountain and cavalry units. Then the Soviets has another very important card, which is the Stalin Line card. Playing this card, you will be able to deploy this force accordingly to this position on the map. So 4 along the old Stalin Line, more or less in this position, and the last one will be in Brest-Litovsk. All of them come in play at minimum strength, but as soon as they got destroyed or disbanded, they may rebuild anywhere by the Soviet player. Then we have 2 more options. One, NKVD will allow the Soviet player to add 2 more dice when defending, and the last one, Greece does not give up easily. This card is really nasty because as a consequence 8 German units will not start Barbarossa from June, but they will arrive later as reinforcement, as in June they are still engaged in heavy fighting in Greece. So, that said, the last thing I want to add is that the rules manual is very short, as you can see, but very detailed. And on the back you have a list of the frequently asked questions we collected over the internet, and also the address for the Vassal module developed by Philippe Labarque. That said, we will release this one in, I guess, some hours. Not today, just because I don't like Friday 13, so it would be probably Saturday 14. That said, have fun.